Not John Milner.
No. That's a 33-34.
Beautiful.
Milner's was a 32.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, for you guys and gals that aren't out here,
You're missing something.
you are missing a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of
Now, there's a banner sitting here behind you that Dom can't see, but there is a 55 Bel Air back here that is absolutely just stunning.
There's
the
a
blue one?
Trans Am, about a 78 Trans Am.
GTO. I mean, there's everything you could ever imagine out here from, oh, man, this is my kind of gig right here. I love this stuff.
Well, see, I used to work for Sonic Driving, and this was big. The car clubs would come out every Friday night, and they would get tons of cars, and it was just freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure our listeners
But now
can hear
Chuy's,
they could hear the
music
in the background, the oldies, and the cars rolling by, and we're talking racing. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this unless you're at the track.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is cool.
And
Yeah.
the track, you get that smell of methanol.
yeah, it doesn't get any better than this until about this time tomorrow.
So do we have malts here in Chuy's?
Do we have what?
Do we have some old-fashioned malts here?
Probably.
Because I'm going for a malt when we turn
I
this thing
think
down.
once we're done with this, we're going to go in and get a tri-tip. So you get some tri-tip sandwich, and
Let's get it.
I think it's game on in there.
I'm going to tear it up. I'm hungry. Dom, you ready to go?
I've been.
Oh, he's been.
Yeah.
He's like, I raced up an appetite on the way here from Fresno.
He did, too, man. He was working it. He had that wheel. He had a grip of that thing. And
Corey looked like he was sleeping, but he said he wasn't.
I just kind of I've been dealing with this chest deal, this chest
He
cold.
got my possession this year that I had last year.
And I felt so sorry for you on night one last year.
I was so
Go back on Spreaker Radio and listen to the last year's Budweiser Nationals. I was listening to Brian just a couple days ago. I was listening to this show, and I thought, oh, man, I felt so bad. But you sounded terrible, buddy. And now it's my turn. And
it came at the wrong time.
it did.
I mean,
and I've been fighting this deal here for 2 weeks. But
I've been trying to stay. I felt like I was getting sick, so I was like, man, Lord, please, not this time. No.
after
So,
last year, I
I'm
can
ready to
understand.
I'm ready to rock and roll this year, man.
I am too.
I'm ready.
And I'm ready to get with Scott and Chrissy and sit down and talk and have a great weekend, here at the Bud Nationals. And of course, we have to thank Budweiser. We got to thank Chuy's for having us out here. And
thank you guys for coming down and joining us.
There's a nice big banner right behind Brian.
Rugged
For the people
Radios,
that aren't
baby.
here, Rugged Radios has stepped up, and they officially sponsored Moxie Media. They gave us all of our communication radios, not only for the Budweiser Nationals, but from here on.
Right.
They're
They
with us.
are
They've
providing
given
all
us-
two-way communication for Moxie, and we appreciate Rugged for doing that. Their radios, we've used them for several years here at the Bud Nationals. Fantastic. I mean, great radios, the quality of the sound and the durability.
and the customer service, too.
We found out the durability, how important that is last year a couple times.
we did.
Yeah, we tested that out a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, it took me a little while to clean the mud off of those so I can return them going, yeah, everything's okay with them. We didn't do nothing.
But they worked. They
worked
held
fine.
up, and so we gotta thank them. And Dave Stahl with Northwest Trucking Academy traveled up with us this year. He's actually going to be in the pit area. And by pit area, I mean on the inside of the track near Victory Lane, because he's going to be our visual observer for our drone pilot, Ed Waldrop. Ed's going to have the drone in the air, getting some footage of the Bud Nationals this year, and then we're going to get some really cool stuff. But to do that legally here, you have to have a visual operator. Dave is a drone pilot himself, so he's coming down to be the VO for Ed. And, we've got Sandy doing what she does, and Dom brought
The
his girlfriend down
executive
for some
producer,
extra help. And we've got Jeremy Smith, your brother, Brian, going to be helping us out this year.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what he's going to be doing yet, but I do.
He told me like this. He goes, well, I hope I get to watch some racing.
He'll get to watch some racing, I promise. But you're going to be a very important element for us in the tower this year. I'll let you know that. Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna be leaning on you a little bit this year, Germ the Worm Nation, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Oh, missing some of them decals there.
Yeah,
Worm.
whatever happened to him, bro?
He's got some new ones in the works.
Get him on the air. I want to put him on the air here. Let's get him on West Coast Wide Open. So we used to come down, and it was Worm Nation. It was Germ the Worm all over every car. We had the worm on all the cars. And are you slipping or what's going on here, bud?
No, I kind of got out of the thing, started doing more promoting on the promoting end. Me and Sonny started Thanksgiving Thunder, which has kind of went south on that deal because a lot of tracks don't want to pick it up because we ain't got no major sponsorship behind it.
Well, and we can talk about that because you and Sonny are back in action and working on Rocky Hill Speedway and kind of reviving that place, put a little CPR to it.
Yeah, Sonny did some talking with Ulysses Vallejo. The Vallejos own the land where the track sits at, and he's been talking to Ulysses since about May, and he said, man, we're coming back. He said, kind of keep it on the down low, but it's like I told him. I said, you're busting stuff out on Facebook, dude. You might as well let it go.
When you put it on Facebook, it's out there. It's out there. Everybody knows within a day.
So we're looking at getting some stuff cleaned up this weekend. He's got a volunteer crew going. You know, he's more in trying to get the track back into shape, and we're looking at full racing in 2020.
Okay. So it's not just a Thanksgiving Thunder deal. It's getting the track in full operation.
Yeah,
are we looking at late models and modified sport mods? What are we talking about?
I don't know about late models, but we'll probably be talking about some sport mods, modifieds, hobby stocks, American stocks. He's already been in contact with some guys running Dorf cars, maybe a couple of 2-day shows. So it's hard in this situation to run another track against other tracks. You know, they're looking at probably running a couple races a month. You know, then having a couple big races at the end of the year. You know, he'd like to do some different stuff for like the hobbies and all that, because them guys really don't get a big show. You know, because you guys have been talking about the A mods, the sport mods, and the late models. They get big shows everywhere. The lower boys, they need some of that love. You know,
so what are we looking at? What's the length of that track?
I believe it's a little bit. I think it might be about a 1/3, a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
I really don't know the dimensions of the track, but you know, it's
looking at it. I mean, it's hard to tell in pictures, but it looks like it's fairly small with tight turns.
Yeah,
it looks like a little bigger than a quarter, maybe.
Yeah,
but competitive.
Yeah,
that's what keeps things tight. You got to be a driver to win on tracks like that.
Sonny's phone's been off the hook. Guys want to run the outlaw carts, get a go-kart track going up there. You know, it's like I told him. I said we got other options to run different divisions. You know,
sure.
So
absolutely. Well, whatever we can do to help, you guys know that.
Well, we were kidding around the other night when I was talking to him on the phone, and he's like, so if we get all this stuff set up for an announcer, would you like to announce? And I said, you know, maybe that might be my calling, announcing. You know.
Your brother does a great job.
And
there's no reason, given the length of time you've been involved in this sport, that you couldn't get up there and do what he does. I know you could.
Oh yeah, I could. You know, and I get on the phone, I'm just like Brian. I like to pump everything up. You know, this weekend I can't wait. Dude, I'm like a kid in a candy store when it comes to the Bud Nationals, man. There's gonna be a lot of cars, so it's gonna be a great race. And
yeah, it is. And again, you bring in your history with the sport. And, again, you think a lot like a lot of us from the promoter side, how to promote the sport and the drivers and the fans and the tracks and the events. And, you know, that's something that we have a passion for here at Moxie Media. And I know you've got your Moxie Media shirt you'll be sporting this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, we're excited to have you on with the crew.
Brian's mad at me because I look better in mine because I've been losing a little bit of weight.
I was going to say, you trimmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
You look like you're back down to fighting weight.
Yeah, I've lost 42 pounds, so I'm doing pretty good, you know. Germ the Worm's kind of slimming up.
How you doing? How you doing it? Keto?
No, I've been sick. It's like I told everybody on Facebook, you know, my allergies were killing me, and I couldn't really taste nothing.
So
I went to the doctor, and she's like, oh, you know, you're good. She goes, it's just maybe you got a bug or something in you. So I've cut back on the bread, the cardio, and the sodas. I had a soda today for like the first time in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that soda's got a lot of sugar in it. But, hey, he's back in action. He's got the bug all right. He's got the racing bug.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be –
you
you want to know what you're going to be doing?
Lost that racing bug.
Yeah, you tell me what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, so here's what we're going to have you do. Okay, you'll see some racing.
Porta potty cleanups.
No, it's even worse. No, I'm just kidding. You're going to be my hot pit guy.
All right, what's that?
You're going to be – so when the cars, like if they – you know, like when someone gets a flat tire, they gotta come off the track real quick and fix something. You're going to be feeding us information from the pit area.
Okay.
You're going to be letting us know what's going on.
What do they call it? Pit road reporter.
He'll be our pit road reporter. Look at this Corvette. Now, if this guy driving the car didn't look so nice, I'd just throw him out and take off. That's my dream car right there.
And then you'd have no
That's
clue where to
actually
go.
a 62. My dream car is a 58 Vet, but, you know, I'm not going to say no to that.
Basically, I'm going to be your Chris Devoda this weekend.
Pretty much.
That's cool. That's cool. They don't bother me. I'm going to have it's all
Jamie
having
Little
fun.
because you're
Yeah.
slimming up.
He's going to be Germ the Worm, baby. He's Germ the Worm. He's going to be coming to you live from Pit Road. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be a good deal. I'm glad to have you guys here. We've got a great crew for the show. And, you know, this is fun here at Chuy's. And we've got 50, 60 cars out here that are
Oh, yeah. A couple of them come in and leave and come back in.
They roll in, roll out, and take off somewhere and run for titles. Pink slips.
I had one come in and smell it. You get those ones that come in and smell it. You can smell that race fuel.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love that. That gets the senses going, and no doubt. Dom, give me some thoughts on this event. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, I know it's going to be a lot of work, so I just want to make sure we have a real nice event, get to see a lot of people, have a good time.
That's what it's all about right here, and we're going to see some fantastic racing. The people, we know they're good people down here, and the staff at Bakersfield, the hospitality they show us, second to none.
It's wonderful here, yeah.
Absolutely. Closing thoughts, Mike.
My closing thoughts for this one is, we're out here racing for pride. We're not out here to make money racing. We're out here for pride, for the love of the racing. And I'm so glad to see that the love from all the states on the West Coast are coming out, full on. Gave us the reason why we call this West Coast Wide Open, because that's exactly what's going to happen this weekend.
That's right.
It's going to be wide open from this entire West Coast. Everybody's going to be throttled down out here.
Jerm, he says we're racing for pride.
It's like this I've seen on Facebook right here. It says, if I die broke, I had a million ways you made him happy.
I had $1 million worth of fun. That's absolutely right, no doubt. Pride, Budweiser guitars, cash, prestige, bragging rights. It's more than just pride at this show, buddy. There's a lot to be had here.
There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of pride that comes with winning.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
It is. It's like Corey said earlier, man. You had Hug sweep it that one year, and he took 4 guitars home. A lot of guys want that guitar, but
he still doesn't know how to play them yet, though.
You know what? Those things are sitting on his trophy case. He can walk in there and see, he's probably got 9 or 10 of those things now, if not more.
I think he's got 9 now.
And he can sit back there and say, you know what? I won the Budweiser Nationals 9 times. How many people can say that? Nobody.
In different classes. Too.
Nobody.
In different classes. I don't think there's anybody who's won both late models and modifieds. I think he's the only one.
Brian might know that.
I think he's the only one that's done it.
Brian.
It could have been Bugsby back in the day. I
Is
can't remember.
Is Hogue the only driver to win the Bud Nationals in a late model and a modified?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's the only one
They brought
that's
up Scott. They brought up Scott Busby too.
I don't know if he's done it.
That might have been when he threw the nose on the modified and tried to do it, but I don't think he won.
Okay,
that's right.
All right. So, see, I knew he knew the history. This is his house. Well, this will be an interesting weekend, you guys that are listening. If you haven't been to the Budweiser Nationals and you're in the local area, get out here. Come check out this show.
I'm making my prediction right now.
Oh, no.
It will not be a sweep in any class this weekend. There's going to be different winners both nights in every class that has separate shows.
I like that prediction.
I think so because the competition is that high, and there's so many cars that with one hiccup they can go from 1st to 10th, and vice versa.
That's true.
Yeah,
I like that prediction. I hope you're right when you say that.
I hope so too, because that just means that it's the racing is that good out here.
Yes, sir.
That nobody's going to dominate.
Yes, sir. So again, we want to thank Chuy's. We want to invite everybody out to the Budweiser Nationals at Bakersfield Speedway, the 33rd annual. The year for this one. It's incredible. It's going to be an awesome weekend. When we're up in the tower, we're going to be thinking about Mike. We're going to be thinking about Bailey. We're going to think about Bill Eagleston. We're going to put on a heck of a show for those guys and have a great time and hope we do their memories proud.
Absolutely.
It's going to be an awesome deal. So you guys get out here, join us. The Budweiser Nationals. It's going to be the biggest show going on the West Coast. You don't want to miss this one. We're going to step out. We're going to step into Chuy's over here, and we're going to get we get tri-tip, Mike? What are we talking about?
Yeah, we'll get some tri-tip. They got all kinds of goodies here at Chuy's, man.
Well, I'm ready for an old-fashioned malt. That's what I'm going for. I'm sliding into home base and grabbing a malt. We're going to step out. You guys, again, come join us. Racing starts tomorrow. What time does it start?
Gates open at 4.
Gates open at 4.
Starting at 5.
We'll be at the track at 10 a.m. So it's going to be a long day. Sound checks and equipment, and you don't want to miss this one. Get out here and join us. 33rd Annual Budweiser Nationals, Bakersfield Speedway. We're going to turn them loose and let them rumble tomorrow night, you guys. It's been fun hanging out with you. We'll see you live on Springer tomorrow night. 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Pre-race activities, 4 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening.